Hey guys, so for this video I'm just going to be showing you some of my makeup do's and don'ts. So for every don't that I show you, I'm going to show you the right way or the do to apply that technique. I think this video will be really fun to watch, so if you want to see my makeup do's and don'ts, then just keep watching. Okay, so the biggest mistake that I see people make as far as makeup goes is choosing a foundation that is way too dark for their skin color. A lot of people think that by using a foundation that's a few shades darker than what they should be using, that's going to make them look a little bit more tan, but it doesn't. It just makes you look like you have a different color face than your neck. Even when you blend it down to your neck, it just doesn't look right. It looks like you just don't know what foundation color you are. So I'm going to be doing the don'ts on this side of my face, and I'm going to be doing the do's on this side of my face. So I'm going to start out with foundation. I'm going to be using my Graftobian foundation palette, and this is a great palette, side note, because it has a ton of different foundation colors. It has like everything from like lights to darks. It's amazing, especially if you're a freelance artist. This foundation palette is great. So the first thing I'm going to do is go way too dark with my foundation on this side of my face. Okay, so I know you're probably like, this girl looks crazy. This is very far-fetched. Nobody would choose a foundation that's this much darker than their skin, but you'd be surprised at how many people I have seen with a foundation that I am like, whoa. This is just a real makeup don't. So do not choose a foundation that looks like this, because you're gonna look crazy. So on this side of my face, I'm going to pick a foundation shade that actually matches my skin tone, and I'm going to also use the Graftobian palette, and I'm going to apply the dew to this side of my face. Okay. So I'm looking very crazy right now, but as you can see, this shade matches my skin completely. It blends right into my neck. I mean, I brought it down my neck anyway, but it matches everything completely. While this shade, I just look like an Oompa Loompa. So this is how you want your foundation to look. You want it to match your skin tone. You want it to blend into your skin seamlessly. The bronzing and everything comes after. Do not pick a foundation that's darker for you to look bronze. It doesn't work. So the next thing I'm going to show you how to not do is to not blend in your eyeshadow completely. I have seen so many people put on eyeshadow and just not blend it into their eye. It kind of looks like they just apply it like to the crease or something, and then they just forget to blend it in. So that is a major no-no. Blending your eyeshadow is so important. It's like the basis of pretty much any eye look, so blending your eyeshadow is so important. So now I'm going to show you on this eye what it looks like when you do not blend your eyeshadow, and then I'm going to show you on this eye what it looks like when you do blend your eyeshadow. Another common mistake people make, especially when doing like smokier, darker colors, is they bring it too far towards their nose. You're supposed to stop. I usually stop like right here, but a lot of people will bring it all the way into here, and then it just makes it look like there's a shadow on your face and kind of like you have a black eye. So do not bring the shadow too far into your nose area. And this is me not blending it. Another eyeshadow mistake people make is bringing their eyeshadow way too far up to their brow bone like this, and this leaves no room for the brow bone to have a highlight. So this is the makeup don't. You see how it's so rough around the edges, it just doesn't look blended at all. I'm going to show you the right way to blend out your eyeshadow on this eye, and I'm going to use the same color. This is just a Naked Smoky Eye palette. This is the color Radar. It's just like a bronzy brown color. I'm going to do the same thing on this eye, but I'm going to blend it the right way. eye looks a lot more diffused than this eye does. This just looks like I glopped on a bunch of dark shadow and didn't really do anything else. So you always want to blend out your eyeshadow. That is like the #1 rule. So that brings me on to my next thing, brows. First of all, you want to make sure you use a brow pencil and a brow color. Even if you don't use a pencil, pomade, color, whatever, you want to make sure you're using something that matches your eyebrow color. You don't want to go too dark. Even if you use a pencil that does match your eyebrow color, if you go too heavy-handed or you fill in your eyebrows and change your eyebrows too much, it could come off super crazy looking. Well, I'm just going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade dark brown, and I'm just going to show you on this eye how not to fill in your eyebrows, and this eye how to fill them in so they look super natural. So as you can see, this eyebrow is super duper crazy looking. What I did was I just outlined my eyebrow and I made my eyebrows super thick. I've seen more people than I could count do their eyebrows so much thicker than their natural shape that it just looks ridiculous. That it comes out looking like this and it's just not natural at all. So what I like to do is just fill in my natural shape and just darken them up a bit. I feel like even if your eyebrows are a little on the thinner side, mine aren't super thick, it still looks better just to darken them up than to draw a crazy looking brow like this, where people know like that's not your real eyebrow. I'm going to do the proper way on this side. And another key thing to do when doing your eyebrows is to comb them out after you fill them in. It just kind of blends the eyebrow color together. So these are the good brows and these are the no-nos. So the next don't is winged eyeliner. A lot of people tend to do their wings super chunky on the end and it just doesn't look precise. It doesn't look like a wing. It just looks like a clump of liquid liner on the end of your eye. So I'm going to show you the bad liquid liner on this side and I'm going to show you the pretty precise wing on this side. And I'm still not perfect at wings. Wings are just a hard thing to master, but with practice you can get there. Okay, so you see how this wing is just super chunky, super crazy looking. It just engulfs your entire eye. If you're really not that great at wings yet, just keep practicing at home. You can also tell that this kind of looks like a wing, but it's just not as precise on the end as this wing is. This wing tips out at the end. It's very flared, it's very precise. This wing is not. A tip that I have that I started out with when I wasn't great at wings, I put a little bit of scotch tape on either side of my eye and I kind of practice my wings that way. I feel like that really helps. So if you're not good at wings, I would definitely suggest practicing that way because I really feel like it helps. The next thing is contouring. Contouring is such an important step in my beauty routine. I feel like a lot of people like to contour, but a lot of people aren't the best at contouring, and contouring is really easy once you get it. It's just the initial learning how to do it. So I'm going to show you the wrong way to contour on this side and the right way to contour on this side. So when it comes to contouring, you want to pick a shade that's just a few shades darker than your skin tone. So the #1 mistake people make when they contour is that they bring the contour down towards their face like this. They bring it down towards their mouth and they bring it too far into their cheek, too low down. So you're not supposed to drag it towards your mouth. When it comes to contouring, you want to blend towards your ear and just bring it a little bit into your cheekbone. You don't want to go as low as I did here because it just makes your face look funky. And what you also want to do is kind of blend it up towards your temple just so it doesn't look like you just have this splotch of bronzer right on your cheekbone. You want it to look a little more natural, so you want to bring it up to your hairline. You could see how natural this contour looks as opposed to this contour and it doesn't really slim your face. You can tell that this cheekbone looks so much more svelte than this cheekbone does. So the don't is do not bring it down. Don't bring it too far to the apples of your cheeks. Just bring it down a little bit and blend it up towards your ears, because that's what's going to lift your face and lift your cheekbones to give it that contoured effect. So next is blush. My number one blush tip is do not over apply. Don't apply so much blush that you're gonna look like a clown. I'm going to use the same blush on both sides of my face just so you can see the difference between a light application, a natural application, and a crazy over the top application. So the don't, again, obviously, is going to be this side, and the do is going to be on this side. So for the don't, I'm going to apply the blush all over my cheeks, and I'm just going to basically, I'm over applying it to the point where it looks like a rash and it doesn't look like blush anymore. And another thing that a lot of people do is they put it right on the apples of their cheeks, and it almost looks like it's near their nose, and that just doesn't look right. You want to put it right above where you put your contour, like right on your cheekbones. You don't want to go higher than your cheekbones like that, because then it just looks like you have a rash on your face, under your eye, and you have a problem. So this side of your face is how you want to apply the blush. Do you see how this side of my face, it just has like a nice flush? This side of my face looks like I had a bad reaction to something. So next is highlighter. Everybody loves highlighter, but you want to apply highlighter sparingly for the most part. You don't want to apply it so heavily that you look like a disco ball. So I'm going to show you how to look like a disco ball on this side of my face, and I'm going to show you how to do highlighter the proper way on this side of my face. So first I'm going to go in with the Cover FX drops, and usually I just use a little bit, like literally a dot, but a lot of people use way too much. So this is the don't. So for this side of my face, first of all, I put way too much. The Cover FX drops go a little bit, goes a long way, so you really don't need that much. This side, I put it way too far underneath my eye. I put it way too low. And on top of putting that, a lot of people will even add highlighter over it. So I'm just going to show you how that looks. So here I look like a disco ball. It's too much highlighter, it's not in the right place, it just doesn't look right. So this side of my face is where I'm going to show you the proper way to apply highlight to get that natural glow. So like I said, the Cover FX drops a little bit goes a long way. So as opposed to this side, I literally just use a little dot on this side of my face, and then I just blend it in very gently right on top of my cheekbones. And I'm using the same highlighter on this side of my face just to show the difference in applications with this, what the same product can do if you don't know how to use it. So now I'm just going to apply this Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive on this side of my face as well. Okay, so you see on this side of my face how I just have like a natural glow like right here, as opposed to this side of my face where the glow is just my whole cheek. You want it to look like this. You want it to look like a natural glow, a glow that doesn't look like you added 17 pounds of highlight. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to move on to lips. A big mistake that people make when it comes to lips is putting, not even just overlining their lips, but not even using liner and just putting too much lipstick around their lips, going over their skin with the lipstick. It just looks ridiculous. It doesn't make your lips look bigger. It makes it look like your 5-year-old niece put your lipstick on your face. Okay, so this is the no. A lot of people do this to their lips because they think that it makes their lips look bigger. but in reality it just looks like you didn't apply your lipstick right. This side I applied it how it should be, right where on the lips, where lipstick should be. So this side is the good side, this side is the no-no side. So guys, that concludes this video of my do's and my don'ts. I hope you guys enjoy this. I know that the don'ts were a little bit far-fetched. You definitely know people in your life that their makeup tends to look like this sometimes. This is just an exaggerated version of the don'ts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.